Hello everybody, this is a Lamley Showcase 2020 Hot Wheels D-Case highlights. We've already done the rapid unboxing. I've done my own unboxing from A&J Toys. This one, the highlight video, which will conclude the 2020 D-Case coverage, is brought to you by Wheel Collectors. There's their information. You definitely want to follow their channel as well. They do a lot of giveaways and such, but typically they send me what's in the case. I tell them what I think are the highlights. They pack them up and send them to me. That's what they did here. And then on top of that, Mattel has sent me the Super Treasure Hunt for this case. They've actually sent me the Treasure Hunt through several cases moving forward, so we can do the Super Showcase, open those up, so you can get a proper look at what the Super Treasure Hunt looks like as well. Lots of stuff to go through. Nothing, only one new model, not even licensed at this point. We're going to have a look at it because that's pretty good, but lots of cool repeats or new colors for existing castings, many from last year. So let's get right to it. We're going to work through these very quickly. The first one is the Mazda Repu from Hot Wheels Speed Graphics. This one is in a Magnus Walker livery. I saw this at SEMA. Magnus Walker had some of these he was giving away at his booth. 1552 on it as well, the logo. But Urban Outlaw is the logo for this one for the Mazda Repu. Really cool. There's there's not too much to say. Next one is the 2018 Ford Mustang GT. Borla deco on this one. I asked if this one matches. We'll put these together on the round table. But they've been running with the Borla and the Mustang, which is kind of cool. The Borla logo. I don't know what the difference is. I mean, obviously we see the difference deco-wise, but to come back to this is kind of cool. Kind of interesting. So we have two Borla Mustangs released in the last couple of years. One was the Super Treasure Hunt, right? And then we had I think a Target Red Edition, if I remember correctly. Next one, 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor in Ford Performance livery. I like this better than the first edition from last year. I think the deco is a little bit cleaner here on this one. Looks good. I think the stripes is cool, just the black and white with the Ford Performance logo. I really like the way that kind of is supposed to be like a Raptor pattern on top. Or is it almost looks like it's cracking through too, but it's kind of cool. I dig the Ford Ranger Raptor. I think it's just a better version than last year's. All right, next one. Alpine A110 Cup. When I first saw this, I was afraid that they hadn't done the headlights because I really like the first edition on this one. Such a different decision to do the Ford 110. Or I'm sorry, the Alpine 110. Excuse me, A110. I'll get ahead of myself a little bit. But because they did the headlights, I can live without the taillights on this one. The racing deco is simple. This is kind of cool. I would have preferred just another color like they did the Bugatti. We'll get to that in a second. But I do like the Alpine. Alpine? Renault, right? Custom 01 Acura Integra GSR. Speed Blur graphics, Speed Blur wheels, which are gray. Leeway does these. Leeway is a designer. He does a lot of the graphics for the basic range. And he's had a ton of fun with Speed Blur last year and this year. And I think we have another 5-pack out, right? So that one is very, very cool, the Acura Integra. All right, moving on, going back to front in the next column. I am so excited about this one. My daughter is too. I had an extra one. I already gave it to her. 49 Volkswagen Beetle pickup. Moon Eyes livery. Love the wheels. Such a perfect casting choice for a Moon Eyes deco. And this one is clean. I think we have a Zamac coming. Or a recolor. Maybe both. But this one instantly goes up as a Moon Eyes favorite. And we'll definitely add that one to the Moon Eyes collection. Next one. 92 Ford Mustang. I mentioned I like this one in the unboxing. I don't like it because it's a replica of a real car, of course. I just like it because it's cool. Just an interesting choice with the wheels, with the color. It's obviously from the Art Cars segment, and I like that one a lot. I don't know if I'll add it to my... See, that's the weird thing. I like it. Doesn't necessarily mean I'll add it to my collection of 92 Mustangs, but I think it's a nice one. Aston Martin Vulcan. First edition was in green, which I think is the proper color for it. So now Hot Wheels, I don't know, maybe this red striping is part of an actual Vulcan. I don't know. I like how they've done it around the windows. Just kind of a cool trim, so I think that's a nice version of it. I would have preferred just plain white, to be perfectly honest. but we'll go with that one. It's pretty cool. And then here's what I think are the real. I like all of those versions, but ultimately, well, I would say I should have put Moon Eyes in with these others. But these are the models that I think are the best of this particular case. Starting with the 2018 Honda Civic Type R. We saw it in red, recolored in white, and now we get black, and it's clean. I love that they have continued with this in the Bugatti, just not adding any graphics. You don't need to. At least run through a few more colors before you start adding graphics. And this one, this may be the best of the three so far. Just really, really clean. Really sharp black. Love the wheels, love the base. I just think that one is awesome. That might be the best one of the case. Just because it looks so good. But obviously no one's going to argue with this. 2016 Bugatti Chiron in black. So we saw the first edition in blue, and like the Honda, they're just putting it out there in a plain deco. I just don't think they should ever deviate with the Bugatti. There's no reason, unless they go two-tone, which I don't know if they could do in a basic. It'd be very difficult to do for the Chiron, but they could do it in premium. Hint, hint. But that one is awesome. It's a metal flake black, J5 wheels, and this one is coming in a Zamac. I'll be previewing that very soon, but yeah, very, very cool. The Bugatti in black. That's just going to be popular for sure, no doubt about it. All right, I said one new model. Kind of like a penny racer, kind of like the Choto wheel or the Choto models from Japan. He's going to do, I think, at least 2 or 3 castings like this year. We've seen tuned before from Hot Wheels, but this one is super unique. Really cool to see that Japanese styling, that kind of toy styling from Rio. He's the right guy to be doing this, and I think a lot of you are going to like it. And if you're not into that scene, of course, you just appreciate it for what it is. I think that is a very, very cool model. All right. Let's get to the last two. We have the basic version and the Super Treasure Hunt, Porsche 918 Spyder. Very interesting that we've seen Porsches as Supers the last few years. We've seen Lamborghinis too. I wonder if there's a reason for that. No complaints. I'm happy to have Porsche Super Treasure Hunts. Very interesting because typically, obviously with the Super Treasure Hunt, you're going to see several upgrades. Starts with the wheels. You go from the basic to the Real Riders. I think this is one of the first times we see these lace-style Real Riders as a Super Treasure Hunt. Sometimes there's an additional deco. In this case, obviously nothing on the side on the basic, but side stripes on the Super. And then, of course, the Super Treasure Hunt logo will show up. This one shows up right here next to the Hot Wheels logo. See, the Hot Wheels logo is also an addition. And then the 25th anniversary Super Treasure Hunt. But here's something interesting about this casting. All interiors are different too. That sometimes happens. Gray for the Super, black for the regular, which means you might want to start looking. I have no idea if we'll see it, but look for a gray interior regular and a black interior Super. That might happen. It could. But here's the addition. They've added engine deco or engine graphics on the top of the basic, but not on the Super. Isn't that interesting? All right. There's the... But they put, wonder maybe because they put the Hot Wheels logo on this one, so they added that, and they didn't because they have it on the side next to the Treasure Hunt logo on the Super. Maybe that's why. Let's open these up right now. There is the information that you got a Super Treasure Hunt, and here is the Super. Really love the Spectre Flame Blue on this one. Love the white lace wheels. This is a great casting. I really like that they had done the concept before, but this is a much better version than the concept. It's just a better proportion casting as well. Has a better stance, just a little more oomph to it, a little more meat to it. Basic's great too. If there were no Super accompanying the basic, I'd be very happy with that one because I like the lace style wheels on this one. So that's a great duo to be sure. But there you go, 2020 D case. I know the C cases are in stores. I think some people are finding D cases overseas, so that's bound to show up very soon here in the US. Look for that metallic or that Spectre Flame Blue Porsche, Bugattis, lots of good things to get. Even if there's no real new models here, a lot of good things to get excited about. in the D case. Tell me what you think. Thanks, everybody. Bye.